Well, the Kentucky Derby's been postponed, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy one of the traditions, a julep. Good friend and drink slinger Michael Toscano trots us from the starting gate to the finish line with his recipe.
Good morning, Indianapolis. My name is Michael Toscano. I am the Woodford Reserve brand ambassador here in New York, coming to you from my kitchen in Brooklyn. I don't know if any of you remember or not, but I used to be on the show with Tracy years and years ago. I'd come on and talk about trends and things that were happening in the cocktail world, and they have been gracious enough to ask me back to share a few cocktails with you this morning. As many of you may know, the first Saturday in May is always reserved for the Kentucky Derby. This year was no different. Plans have changed, obviously, and we've pushed back to September. So with that, I thought I'd make a couple Derby cocktails for you here this morning. So let's get started with the mint julep. I know from being from Indianapolis, everyone here has had a mint julep and knows what they're doing, but it's just kind of a great refresher. It's a classic cocktail, and if done right, it's just absolutely perfect for this day. So we're going to start with 8 to 10 mint leaves that are picked into the bottom of the glass, half an ounce of simple syrup. I actually made a mint simple syrup, really simple, 1 cup of everything. So 1 cup mint, 1 cup sugar, 1 cup water into a pot, bring it to a boil, let it simmer for 10 minutes, cool, strain the mint out, and you've got mint simple. So I've got mint in here, a little bit of mint simple syrup, half an ounce into the glass, and then you're gonna muddle. Just a little bit of pressing, you're just trying to get the oil out, right? So if you don't have a muddler, a rolling pin, even the flat side of a spoon, anything like that's gonna work. Just give it a nice gentle push, you're just getting the oils out. Also, if you don't have a jigger, if you don't have a way to measure ounces necessarily, but you have measuring cups, that's okay too. Half tablespoon is 1/4 ounce, 1 tablespoon is half an ounce, and then 1/4 cup is actually 2 ounces. So we're gonna use that here in just a second. So once you've muddled your mint, you've added your syrup, put a little bit of ice in your julep cup, and then add your 2 ounces of Woodford Reserve bourbon. Now, we like to remind people that Woodford Reserve is the world's finest bourbon, and it's crafted for the greatest 2 minutes in racing. So don't ever forget, when you ask for your julep, to make sure that it's Woodford. So take your bar spoon from that point, and you're just gonna start lifting, stirring. You're trying to get a nice frosty outline on the glass. Chill it down, beautiful. Now you're gonna add your straw in at this point, and then you're gonna start packing in more of the ice. When you get right about to the top, take your mint sprigs that you're gonna use. Nice big bunch, give it a little bit of a hit. You wanna wake it up, make sure it's nice and aromatic. If you wanna smack it, you can do that. You're gonna wedge that into the cup. Kind of hide the straw behind it, right? With my days at the bar, so that it looks pretty. There you go. And then fill all the way up with ice. I'm gonna get a nice round mound on top. Keep it nice and frosty, don't be afraid of it. And then if you wanna go even further, which I do always, a little dark chocolate grated on top is a great touch. You can even do powdered sugar. Now if you don't have a shaker, use a spoon, put some in there, give it a little tap, sprinkle of sugar on top, and I promise you that is one fantastic mint julep. Now really quickly, if you don't want a julep, maybe you want to try something else, you can always do a Woodford Spire, which is also very, very simple, right? All you need is a rocks glass, a couple cubes of ice. It calls for 1.5 ounces of bourbon, 1.5 ounces of lemonade, and half an ounce of cranberry juice. Really, really simple. Now, I don't have cranberry juice. I'm actually using the liquid out of a maraschino cherry, so like a grenadine. So half an ounce of that. I also don't have lemonade, but I'm gonna make my own. So I'm gonna use 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce of that simple syrup that we made earlier. And don't worry about if it's mint, it's gonna play really well in this cocktail. And then I'm gonna do the 1.5 ounces of Woodford Reserve bourbon. And then I'm gonna top it off with soda water, which is gonna help really kind of bring around the rest of that lemonade aspect that I'm missing by doing it myself with the ingredients I have in my house. So you've got it there. Give it a nice little stir, make sure everything's mixed together. You just have a nice, refreshing cocktail. So if you don't want, juleps are a little bit booze forward, so if you want to have a little bit of a break, you can do that. A little bit of lemon expression, a cherry on top. Look, no matter how you go, one of these drinks, it doesn't matter. It's going to take care of you. It's going to make you feel great. But it is very important to remember that Woodford Reserve is crafted carefully to be drank responsibly. So no matter which one you're enjoying on this coming Saturday, make sure to do it safely and enjoy the rest of your week, guys. I wish I was there. It was wonderful to be a part of this. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.